today. Why don't you say what's up, bro?
Hey, my name is Franklyn. Uh, I'm a member of Luna Support and a friend of Neo Starling's for quite some time, and it's pretty exciting to be here.
Yeah, how excited are you?
Oh man, it's I don't know what to do. It's my first time ever being on a podcast.
Oh no, I mean, dude, we're just having conversation.
Yeah, it's just all this equipment and exciting stuff. It's like wow.
Well, it's a little bit of a ghetto setup, but in time things will pick up, and
No, I like it. I
yeah.
think it's awesome. Yeah.
How much do you like it?
I see the investment.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you guys.
Okay,
You
I'm sorry.
provided
Can
so
you
many
can you hit
sources.
record on that? Just hit start, like right there. You'll see it.
I'm doing that. I'm the guy that pressed it. Awesome.
Yeah, he pressed the button because we're also gonna stream this on Instagram, so we'll be able to like do both. Oh, yo, what up, Instagram world and Twitch world? Let's not forget about the Twitch world.
Yeah.
That's right, man. We can't forget. We gotta represent up in this piece and make sure that whatever it is that we're doing is amazing. And I just really want to show everybody how innovative you can really be if you really try. Like what say you to that?
I think that that's literally what will keep the farmer alive, in a sense. Um, the innovation literally is the building blocks of our society, and it's what keeps people going. To simplify it or complicate it, I don't know. Without innovation, we wouldn't be at the level of consciousness, the level of growth, of culture, of you name it. And technology, it's everything. It's the reason that we're where we are here today, where we were yesterday, and where we're going to be tomorrow.
That's right. That's true. And why don't you let everybody know exactly what it is that you do, if you don't mind, if you want to like plug yourself in real quick and
Yeah.
kind of let everyone know what makes you so special and why you are on my show right now.
Okay. Well, I helped create a company called Luna Support. It's just a group of individuals that support a whole bunch of industries throughout the United States. We go from information technology, IT, to construction, to you name it, web design, advertising. If we don't do it, there's usually a member of our team that will, or can, or is extremely good at it as far as their talent scope. We also project manage construction sites for information or data infrastructures such as fiber, multimedia, AV solution, experience centers. We support a lot of shared workspaces throughout the U.S., in general, but focusing more in the eastern seaboard, which will be from New York, Maine, all the way down to Florida. We do some Vegas work as well. So.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. And it's kind of crazy because I was actually there for the inception of this company, and I saw how everything began. And it's actually pretty funny. This company began right here in this room.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It did. We actually, well, not we. I don't want to say we.
The idea was
yeah.
created in the old place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The idea was in the old place, but where it really like went into fruition was here because this is where you really told yourself, all right, you know what? I don't really have a choice at this point. I have to make sure that I can be self-sustaining and provide for myself and those that I love and whatnot. And I actually think that that's really important because what you did was you unplugged yourself from the matrix. If that's probably a
Some would
simplification of
say I
it.
plug myself further, into the matrix, or yeah, it's crazy, for the lack of a better term. Separating myself, I guess what you mean is like, the whole like, hey, I don't have to show up to work for someone and help them generate their own money or success. I totally, I would say I took advantage of a lot of situations and also the blessings of a lot of people. I listened, even though I believe I'm a person with diarrhea of the mouth. I believe I was a very good listener as well. And when I heard people tell me what they needed or felt that they needed, I simply, said, hey, I can do that and I can do it for this price. I think simply becoming a person or being a person that finishes what they start and telling people, and being a person about their business, for the lack of a better term, a man's man. A handshake goes a long way. A man's signature is everything. So I make sure that my clients have their signature on the check when I
Yeah.
but at the same time, I make sure or I try my best to make sure that they are actually getting what they're paying for.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. You know what it is? It can also be pretty difficult sometimes because I find that what often happens is that when you're a startup company and, you're basically doing everything from scratch, when you're speaking to clients, they don't necessarily believe in you completely because you're very small. So I think one of the bigger challenges is actually getting them on board with you and having, them basically having that understanding that you can provide a service to them that like no one else in this world can match. And
What's your leverage in a sense?
yeah, exactly. So I think that from this point you've actually done a really good job with that because like I said, you essentially created your own empire. I mean, it's not super big right now, but it's definitely grown, and you've seen growth throughout time.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm fed.
Yeah.
And I try to make sure that every day that I understand the luxury of that, but at the same time I try to treat it as if it's something that's going to disappear tomorrow, like completely.
Yeah.
And I do that because if I don't, then I don't feel like I'm chasing it. I think the chase is literally what's keeping me in it, because I'm not a person that can work on something that they don't really feel attached to emotionally, in some sense of the word. So like my absorption into this is at its fluid, like it's literally like I'm as deep as I can possibly be. It affects me, my family, everything. Like it is the octopus to like it's the ink to my octopus almost.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's like inside everything. And then if I fucking have to bamboozle, like that's where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's just. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's it's your own truth, and I think it's important that we speak our own truths. I like right now what I'm doing actually. I'm trying to make this podcasting blow up as much as I can. I actually like the fact that we have it on Instagram. So if anyone that's watching on Instagram that comments, I can't actually see it because the phone's kind of far away from me. But please feel free to comment. And if you want to follow me on twitch.tv/Neostarling, which is actually on my profile, you can actually see this live right now because we're doing it. So you'd be able to talk to my chat, and in my chat, we can interact with each other. So like if you guys want to holler at us and you have any questions, you just want to shoot the shit or whatever. And if you want to inject yourselves in the show, I think that'll be a good idea too, because I kind of want this to be a show where we could just interact and have it be as organic as possible. I don't really want to script anything. Maybe later on, depending on whatever type of guests we might have, we would do that. But definitely twitch.tv/Neostarling. You hit that follow, or if you have Twitch. If you don't, it's all good. You could just chill here on Instagram as well. Multi-platform. That is the goal. We wanna spread this. What do you think of that format, Frankie?
I think it's the only way to be, and I'm really into this IRL thing. This shit that's going on, because you see what type of television or product is coming out and services, and these companies, they obviously infuse themselves in whatever media or environment that we're in, and they try Instagram, social stuff like that, because like Netflix and Hulu are all paying attention to see what we really want. And Amazon literally has the diamond in the rough, the cave of wonders almost, as it seems, because the way they reformatted television and things like that, you get everything at once. They have this IRL shit through Twitch, which is just phenomenal, because I don't have to go to San Francisco if I want to anymore.
You know what? That's actually true, because
I can watch this motherfucker drive around in his Uber car.
Yeah, we discovered this streamer on Twitch the other day. He's an Uber driver, and he's doing an IRL, so he's giving you his entire life.
Corp?
Cinnabar Corp, something like that.
Cinnabar Corp.
Cinnabar Corp, I think is his name.
Genius idea. Keep doing your shit, bro. It's awesome.
He's actually pretty inspiring, and that's actually what made me want to do this as an IRL. Just to kind of, because I'm going to post this up later on YouTube and on SoundCloud for the audio, but I think it's pretty cool to do it like this, because you can reach out more to more people, and
multi-platform though. That's it's just changing. Everything is constantly changing, and this is one of the waves of it. And I think that the early adoption of it all is going to, you're going to see a lot of cool stuff from a lot of cool people who might usually be an introvert. They're converting. This guy is at home doing his stream, and he's like, hey, through my breakup, or whatever the case was, because his girlfriend didn't like him fucking streaming or whatever in his room because, there's no emotional attachment. He uses that as a catapult to say, hey, she left, I have to pay the other half of the rent. Uber, income, boom. And then he's like, I love streaming, boom. Put it together, and it's just like, wow, I have this beautiful cheesecake that I can eat for 4 hours with my eyes.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
So real quick, Frankie, can you read off who is on that chat right now? Because I can't see it properly from
I now
here.
need glasses, which suck, but hold on.
Oh, you can't read it? Should
Hey,
I?
fella, okay. The person?
Yeah. I think it's Meet Yours Olaf.
Yep, you got it. You totally
Okay,
did.
that's my babe. What up? How you doing? She has a question for us. Can you read out that question?
What is IRL?
Okay. Do you want to explain that to her?
I believe it's in real life, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. It's if a streamer or anybody that has an account, they don't have to produce a product that is, steered towards any type of game or movie or genre. It can be something where the person simply records and puts out their own, literal actual life, or something in that matter. I don't know regard. And it's just a platform or a subject within a web page that produces so many other things.
I know that's pretty much the gist of it. In real life, you get on, you show people your stuff, what you're doing. If you're getting a haircut, if you're working out, you're cooking. I've seen a lot of people doing like cooking channels with it, which is actually kind of pretty neat. So they'll have like multiple camera setups, and yeah, that's what they end up doing. And I think it's awesome, which is what we're doing right now. So this isn't like a video game category specifically. So anybody that's watching this right now, they're literally clicking on IRL to search for this stuff. Unless it's somebody that's already following me on Twitch, which in case they probably will have just gotten my notification like you did. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing here.
Cool.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about being on camera right now?
I think that it becomes a non-thing after a little while, because in the beginning you're like, oh, this thing is on, you're paying attention to it. You're like, what are they seeing?
Yeah.
But as he takes off his shirt, but yeah, it's just you forget about it. It becomes a part of the room in a sense.
Yeah, we're actually we're multitasking right now, because what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to I'm managing multiple things. So I'm looking at the Instagram, I'm looking at the Twitch right here, and I'm also I can see the chat now on OBS. I'm also simultaneously controlling. I'm actually editing it live.
Yeah,
so that's what's going on. Who's that? Godzilla? Yo, my boy, what's good, son? How you doing? Godzilla's on, man.
Oh man, that's awesome.
You know who that is, right?
Pee-wee, right?
That's Pee-wee,
Oh,
yeah. Say
hey,
what's up to Pee-wee.
That is one of the homies. My dude.
I actually have to really quickly change where I put your chat, because you changed position, so this is like all up in your face.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna take the chat out of your face. So yeah, it looks a little funny right now, I know. But you know what? It's all good, because it's a learning process. This is what we're doing. We're learning right now. And I will put it down here. Feel free to comment on that giraffe you see in the background. I mean, like, yeah, it's just so funny. I think it's dope. So but yeah, all right, there we go. So now we can see the chat live on Twitch. Can't see it on Instagram though, but Instagram is what I like about the Instagram platform is that it actually gives us a third camera angle. So right now it's actually showing both of us, as to where I could only switch back and forth here at the house. So yeah, like that's essentially what we're doing right now. And also feel free to let me know how the audio sounds. And let me know how Frankie's audio sounds. Whenever he decides to talk. He's actually working at the same time, as you could see, because he's a busy man.
I'm actually helping working to simplify it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what's going on. Yo, what's up, Pee-wee? How you been, man? How's everything? How's your life? So far, so good. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Cool.
This is what I like, the interaction. Like we got 6 people on deck right now on the chat. What up, everybody? If you're lurkers, it's all good. I don't care. You're all loved, because that's just what we do here. But yeah, man. So anything in particular you wanna talk about? We're gonna be here for a little while, not too long. This is really like a test run today, but I also want to see how we work on this platform.
No, man, it's just a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. I hang out with a lot of people, and one of the things that I'm so appreciative of are really like the things that I'm capable of doing in my life, especially with my family and stuff like that. And by hanging out with a lot of people, a different variety, I would say, you get to see who the has and the has-nots, you know, to simplify it. And I look at my place and all that stuff, and I'm glad I'm a person that has and, you know, gives and stuff like that. But I'm just super humbled by it. And I feel like there's so many things that are happening in the world that it's almost extremely difficult to be like that in New York. Because in other states, it's you know, it's almost like, hey, you know, I have time to stop and think. And here, it's like a car gets too close to your car, you're like, what the fuck is this guy gonna do? Like, I'll kill you, get away. And it's this instant like rage. And I know it's in other places, but it's just, you know, it's unique. And I hope that throughout our species' existence, like, we could just get over that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's old.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I think about that on a day-to-day, honestly. Like, when I go outside, like, you know, when I'm doing something as simple as going to work, I wake up in the morning, essentially, I take a shower, instantly regret the fact that I have to go out there. But, you know, it is necessary because we do have to make a living at the end of the day. But as I'm walking and I walk by people, there are times where I believe I'm thinking to myself, what's happening in your head? You know, like, what sequences of events are leading you to your current destination? What transpired that led you and me to walk by each other simultaneously at this very moment in time? You know, now, granted, this is the world that we live in and we walk by each other all the time. But when you think about it, I guess, like, on a deeper level, stuff like that can tend to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of just, like, you know, it is what it is. Life is okay, working, maintaining. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad.
Right on. I'm
glad that you're doing your shit, P-Wop. We gotta hang out again really soon.
My typical day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about I'll start off at my typical night. My typical night is me telling myself that I'm gonna wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning the next day, and I'm really gonna get my shit together and start early. But I'll wake up about maybe 2 hours behind schedule. Then I have an extreme sense of urgency, and by behind schedule, I mean, like, instead of waking up at 4 or 5, I wake up at like 7 or 8. And I'm already on my phone, like, making sure everybody's at their jobs and shit like that. Whatever was scheduled prior is getting done today. And I try to make sure that at least before 10 o'clock, everybody has a thing to do. I think that's very important as far as the guaranteeing success and project completion, and just being a person that says, hey, I'm going to get this done for you. That really means that you have to get a lot of people on board and make sure that they get a lot of things done for you, and that'll all come into fold or fruition. You'll pretty much have this mathematical equation where you're like, I can put these pieces in this puzzle and make it look like this picture. I try to do that every day with multiple companies and employees, that I try to identify their skills. So, like, throughout the day, I'll get a call from somebody and they'll say, I need something. And I'll just try to find the right person for the right job and get them there accordingly, and make sure that we do a great, awesome job, and make sure it turns into, profit for the company so that we can keep growing and hiring people and providing opportunity.
Oh, snap. That's what I'm talking about, man. You gotta seize the moment, everybody. It's not impossible. I like what he does, actually. I've worked with him a couple of times as well. I guess whenever I can, and whenever he needs help. But running a company is not easy. It's very difficult. So, like, finding good help really is hard to come by. And I think you've done pretty good so far with that.
Thank you.
I truly believe that, I guess, based off of the growth that you've had, because it wasn't like a meteoric rise to success. Like, it's something that you're continuously doing on a day-to-day to make sure that you can keep that horse in the stable.
Yeah.
And
I got a phenomenal team. I'll tell you that. Yeah, like the people that I've met in the past, worked with in the past, the people that I'm currently working with. I try to make sure I only put people that I believe can help, build this idea that I have in my head. I try to make sure those people are around me as much as possible, and I utilize them and make sure that they get what they deserve as far as their time, because that's a very important thing. I don't think that any of the guys that I work with would be around if I didn't pay them,
Well, no, of course. You got to pay your boys.
But I think the black and white of it all is like, hey, you know, be there on time, do your job, and then let's turn this shit into money and get it busy. You know, like get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, so to get off the work topic for a minute,
Yeah.
I have a very serious question for you, and I need a very serious answer. And if you lie, the whole world will know.
Okay. This is serious.
Yeah, no. What the fuck? Because you're allowed to curse on my show.
Okay.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
I forget and then remember every time.
Well, no, it's all good. This channel is actually mature rated, so anyone that goes into this will know that stuff like this can't happen.
Okay.
But what the fuck is up with that giraffe? Why is it here?
That giraffe was a gift to my son.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually from FAO Swords, if anybody remembers those stores, or that store in 59th Street and 5th Avenue, on 59th Street and 5th Avenue, across from the plaza. It was a famous store. You know, they had extremely expensive, beautiful toys. A lot of them were handcrafted, so they're unique. This giraffe is actually from that store.
The giraffe that's just like staring at us.
Yeah. So it's like a good 4 feet and change. Extremely well built.
It's actually durable
chilling
as hell.
with us. Like this dude, like I walk around and he's always like, you know, I just want to be 4 feet around you because you're so cool. I'm like,
Did you give him a name yet?
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's not really violent or anything. And yeah, he's on a strict diet of air and, you know, staring at people. So he's pretty fed.
But why is he still here though?
So I try to ship him to Florida, to my house over there, and I went to like ship it, and the guy had to box it a certain way, and ended up like trying to charge me $400 or $500 for it.
Ah, fuck that shit.
And
Bag of dicks, man.
It just didn't seem right. So I was like, and I'm a man of principle, you know, like if I don't feel like something's worth the payment, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, that's insane. I might as well rent a car and drive to Florida because that's literally the equivalent.
That would be a lot easier.
Yeah, like there's no need.
I don't know, man. That just it bugs me out so much because I remember when you brought it to the house, you were downstairs and you were like, I need some help with a bear and a giraffe. and you know, in my mind, I'm thinking you were with our boy Aubrey, you know, because we call him like Bear. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, did he drink? Did he pass out? Like something happened to him? But no, in reality, what was happening was that you literally had a bear and a giraffe in an Uber to bring upstairs so that you could ship it out to your family in Florida. And for your son, your beautiful son, so that he could be around animals, right?
Yeah. Well, I want him to have these, like, you know, you see him eating the leaf, like that's funny.
Yeah. Oh shit, that wasn't even intentional.
Yeah.
He's staring at it.
Yeah, I want my kid to, like, you know, my kid goes to like Disney all the time.
Yeah, good observation by the way, Zoloft.
Right on.
And yes, Pee Wee, we will hang out very soon because we miss you too, man.
Straight up. Way overdue, bro.
We definitely don't hang out enough. Pee Wee's Playhouse, man. Back in the days, that's how we roll.
Oh man, the days. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like we had more time. So much more.
Well, you know what? It's not necessarily that we had more time. We just didn't have as many responsibilities.
True.
The time never changed. Everything stood the same.
Does it?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting tricked all the time.
No. The only thing that changed was the fact that we have responsibilities as grown-ups now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the children that are in our lives right now. They go to school on a day-to-day basis, and they basically don't have to worry about that yet. They just have to worry about going to school, coming home, finishing their homework, hopefully eating a decent diet for their age so that they don't, you know, grow up with a bunch of ailments.
Yeah, right. What am I gonna eat today? That was like when I love that. I love it when that was my main issue for the day.
Yeah, man.
Those are good times.
I remember being so broke, man, when I was a kid that the simple things made me happy. You know, like if I had gotten like 50 cents, I would get like a bag of chips and like a juice, and I was chilling with that.
And it was good. It was enough.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, now you think of 50 cents and you're pretty much like, what the fuck is this? Like, this isn't gonna do anything for me.
It becomes so difficult to decide what you can get. Well, not really. The options are extremely limited, but I think you become more focused on getting more money than spending the 50.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I need more. And part of me is like, oh, they made us that way. It's a fucking conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's manipulation, because you remember when they changed the chip price, it was like 50 cents and then it became like 59 cents because then they were like, because of tax or something.
Inflation, man.
Yeah, but they made it such an odd number.
I mean, little by little, what I think that was just a natural progression of things. If you think about it.
9 cents. Why 9?
Well, because they were
The
like, you know
percentage.
what, minimum wage went from like 5.25 to like 5.50.
So
So
chips got to be 9 more cents, man. It's
yeah,
kind of fucked up.
yeah, because that's what happens. Prices raise. You
Well, why
remember?
not 10? Why not make it 60 cents and just like don't make me come? Because somebody's gonna be like, "Can I get my penny back?" Like,
Yeah,
somebody.
but if you really think about it now, even there, a bag of chips that cost a quarter is almost
Mhm.
non-existent.
I think there's still chips that cost a quarter.
That's why I said almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Remember, there's a distinction that needs to be made there because you can go down the
They ain't
block.
good chips.
You can go down the block to
UTZ
like
and
the
shit.
Mexican store and get
The fake Lay's.
like a bag of chips that cost 25 cents, but there's nothing but air in that shit. You know, it's like it's almost pure air. You know what I'm talking about.
My main indulgence was potato chips.
Yeah.
I am not gonna lie. I love the way I just love them in general. They're delicious. Except for the ones that aren't, they should be burnt.
Were
But,
you the type of kid that purchased like 4 or 5 bags, like a different variety?
I was a hoarder of chips. Yeah, I would actually buy some for other people, just so that I wouldn't have to give up any of mine. And I would have like 4, and everybody would get 1, and I would
Yo, it's
mix
so
them into like
true.
2 bags.
Yo, no lie. One of the things I hated the most was sharing my fucking chips.
Yeah, it's just.
I would legit put my hand in there. And I would take a chip, and somebody would be like, "Can I get one?" And I would look at my
stare
brother
at
or my
you.
sister, and I'm like, "I had to earn that quarter, man. I want to give you this shit."
The fact that bag was not infinite, and you know that there was an ending to that. Every time somebody put their hand, it became like the slowest moment.
Yeah,
Just like,
that's true. Time did slow down because you didn't know what was gonna happen. You didn't know if they were gonna grab one chip,
yeah.
if they were gonna grab 2, if they were gonna like put their grubby
Yeah,
fucking
like,
dirty
is this
hands
person
in there and
greedy?
just
You're
grab
gonna
like a
take,
whole
3
bunch.
fucking chips from me today. Like, who does that? They take 1 chip and you're like, you know what? That's not like I'm gonna keep them as a friend. They're not greedy.
Yeah.
I think that's the test we should start doing to people. You have like 5 chips in there. Like,
Yeah, you get 5 chips in a bag and you leave it there because you know no one's gonna count that shit before they stick their hands in there and grab it. So then you go back and you're like, yo, Jose, there were 5 chips in here. There's only 4 now. What happened? You know,
You can't leave chips lying around. I think that's like the worst. If they're closed, I'm gonna eat them.
just like you did with the ice cream earlier.
Yeah,
You legit ate that ice cream.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted the ice cream and I took what I wanted.
It was funny though because David, he literally came out of the bathroom, and you were like, "Yeah, I ate your ice cream," and he was like, "Yeah, sure, man." And
He didn't believe me.
he didn't believe you, but you straight up ate the ice cream,
I totally did.
and you didn't regret it.
No.
No, as you shouldn't.
I have
you know,
no shame.
there was almost none left in there. It was almost at the point of
I
elimination.
did him a favor. He shouldn't be eating dairy like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, fucking ice cream. The shit we do to each other for like food.
It's only because we're so comfortable with one another. At least that's what I think.
Well, I mean, it depends because everybody here has a different relationship with each other.
True.
So, you know, it's like one person won't mind at all. One will get upset that you didn't ask first, and then you'll straight up get the person that is livid and they want you to buy another bag for them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things where you really kind of have to be careful.
Yeah.
That's why you ask
I
first.
totally get away with murder.
Yeah, no. That's why you asked first. You were like, yo, whose ice cream is that, man?
Well, yeah, because you're right. I have different relationships with everybody, so
Mhm.
maybe I wouldn't have taken it so quickly. But with David, I almost feel like he owes it to us.
Yeah.
I love him, but
He owes us ice cream.
he owes me ice cream forever. It's just something now.
Yo, oh my god, it's it makes me laugh because that you think to yourself, how would I react if somebody just ate my shit? You know, like what if you just came home from work and that's the one thing you were expecting the most?
So imagine you walk in, the guy's like comatose
Yeah.
because he just finished them. He's like, "Oh, if you were like 15 minutes earlier."
Yeah, for real. Yo, could you do me a favor actually?
Totally.
Can you grab the cable, the iPhone
yes.
cable, and plug my phone in? Because if not, Instagram is gonna die.
No.
This is what happens when you
Instagram can't
don't fully
die.
charge your equipment before you start a show. So life lesson, people. Now I have to interrupt my guest so that he can be a lamb and do me the favor and plug in that phone. If you can keep that angle, that would be great too. Like the angle the angle the phone is in.
Okay.
Okay. You got it.
Okay.
Can you just thanks.
There we
All right, awesome. Yay, we are still alive. The show has not gone away, folks.
Okay.
Estamos aquí todavía.
In SAP, we also speak in 4 other languages.
Yeah, man.
French, excuse me.
So Frankie, is this the first time that you've done a show like this?
I'm also a Chippendale dancer. I have a booth on 34th Street, and they stream it live as well. But I don't get to. I just dance.
I see. I see.
Just dance.
Well, yeah, because you've never really been on a podcast before.
No.
Yeah.
No,
so,
I am a podcast version.
Well, no. You know what? You did not want to criticize with us a couple of times.
Whoa, did we?
Throwback Sundays.
Wow. Not one to criticize. That was I maybe vaguely remember it, but that's when you guys were on iTunes and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
We were famous for, like, how do I say, 1 year.
A hot minute.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember, right, Godzilla? Yeah, you know the deal. It was good. We had fun with it, man.
Shut up my moves.
Well,
man. I was pretty
names.
hip to be square back in the day.
Yeah.
I was pretty down.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It was great.
Awesome.
Just being able to do that was fun. I feel like that was very important in our growth and our development because
Chippendale dancing, of course, is what he's saying.
Yeah, even when you're whispering, speak up. It's like, how do you tell somebody to whisper louder, right? You just gotta whisper a little louder.
Whisper louder.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. The podcast, I felt, was very pivotal to our growth initially, because me and Jose always used to speak about doing a show, and we finally just did it one day.
Badass.
With the help of Vegapedia, who's not here right now, but if you're watching on Instagram, or if you're in the chat, which you're probably not, then you should probably say hi. But I don't think he is. I can't even read.
I'm a little upset that I can't see this far.
No, I can't either. It bothers me and it's funny because, like, I look like Bane and shit because I have a fucking pop filter blocking my mouth on the Instagram. So I'm just like,
show me, Batman.
How do you shoot a man and then throw him off of a plane? Fucking, he was trying to invoke the spirit of Sean Connery there.
For real.
What was it?
Yeah, he did very well. If that was a Sean Connery impression, I think that was great. Yeah. It was wonderful. It was pretty good.
Yeah, man, no doubt, bro. But yeah, I'm just very happy to do this right now because I was gonna stream a game tonight, but I've been playing The Witcher a lot.
Oh my god, that game is so great.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but I decided not to because by the time I got back, it was already getting later, and I typically like to invest at least a good 5 hours in the game.
Shit.
But I can't because I have to work the next day.
You guys are doing work shifts playing video games.
Yeah.
You should hire a supervisor so he makes sure you play properly.
I have a supervisor. I got many supervisors, man. My fans, they're my supervisors because they expect me to be on this show. Place. They want me to be on this show, and they want me to provide entertainment for them, which I do want to do. And it's like, if I could spend 8 hours a day at a place I don't want to be at, why can't I do the same thing doing something I love?
Up.
And
it does make perfect sense, the concept. If you're giving 8 to 10 hours to someone else, why aren't you giving that to yourself?
Yeah.
Like, it's black and white.
Is it really black and white? Or is there a little shade of gray in there somewhere?
There's a couple of gray. It's like 80 shades of gray.
Not 50, ladies.
Yeah, that 80. Shit is bullshit.
80 specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to talk about in particular?
So I'm going to Vegas on Tuesday, Tuesday, I believe.
Oh, right on. What's going on with that?
I signed on to do a project for a new property. They're going to do some cool stuff. And I'm looking to hook them up with some amazing AV solutions, like a movie theater type of screen coming down like the courtyard, stuff like that, so people in the pool can watch a huge movie. Like, put Deadpool on while you're in the courtyard on your back. Like, control it with Bluetooth for your Netflix, and you can stream to it like it was a regular screen.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like Sonos audio everywhere. If not Sonos, we'll do some like high-end Crestron stuff. So
wait, because I know that you're not bringing any actual equipment with you. That's stuff that you pretty much order. And do you have like a warehouse somewhere you put it? And
actually, I think one of the secrets to being productive and actually pulling a profit is trying to keep that at a minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anybody that's doing any type of work in general or selling a product or service, you want to keep your inventory as low as possible. I buy direct from vendors or manufacturers, and what I do is I design something and then I try to build a timeline, and I order it or I conversate with the vendor and manufacturer, according to my needs, prior to the need for the product. And I'll be like, hey, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this is what I need. These are the dimensions or the plans or the footage. I need it by this date, and they'll break out a payment plan or pay the whole thing right now. We'll make sure you get it, kind of situation.
Yeah.
But the business hasn't changed. Realistically, business hasn't changed in the past 60 years. When you talk to somebody, or at least I believe when you talk to somebody, and you're talking business, you can kind of smell that shit. Is this motherfucker about his business? Straight up, am I wasting my time? And I try to get as many of those opportunities as possible, because I believe that the more people who do their shit, do it with each other, a lot of shit gets done and money gets made.
Yeah.
And, people, I'm not writing success. I just want to eat. I'm not looking to be a trillionaire or one of these people. I just want to exist, and I want to be healthy, and I want my kids to be good. So I think that's part of it all.
That's right. He's also a father and a man of moral value. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah, right.
No, but that's really dope, man. So how long are you planning on being out there?
About 4 days, I think. Maybe 5 days.
4 days, 5 days. And then are you gonna hop back to New York, or are you going to Florida?
I'm trying to go home for a couple of days if I can.
I'm
trying to squeeze it in as much as possible.
You should go. You should go home, though. You should go home and see the family for a while. Let them know that you're there. You want to spend some time with them and whatnot. And
it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think that's very important, because that's something that often gets lost in the shuffle. I believe that when you're when you get a job, right, or whether you're starting your own business or whatever it is that you're doing, sometimes you have different people in your lives, whether it's your friends, whether it's your immediate family, whether it's the family that you've created for yourself. It can often be difficult to, I guess, try to do a work-life balance, as cliche as that might be. But it is something that I feel can get lost in the shuffle in the road to success. So how do you think that you having this company that you have now, do you feel like your relationship with your family has improved, or has it been somewhere stagnant? Has it been in the middle somewhere?
It's a day by day thing, I think. I think communication is the main fiber to that, material that builds that bridge. With a lot of travel, I think you bring up subjects like trust and stuff like that when talking about these things. And I think the very basis of all that stuff is really just communication. If you can talk to the person and that person hears you, then you can work with that, and then that and when they talk, you try to communicate and be objective and listen, and and you also have to want to, some real straight up shit, if you can't communicate with the person that you're with, there's nothing there. And you want to really pay attention to how you feel when you see each other. It's the most, especially after not seeing each other for a long time, because when I go home, I want to be with my wife, my lady. I do, straight up. I feel it, and it's awesome. And I think that's one of the main things for a man, for us, or a female, whatever. I don't know that side.
You only know the side you know.
Yeah, I looked in the mirror. It's not. I'm not. Yeah, word. I know how I feel, and it's freaking awesome, and I'm very appreciative of that, because I try to hold on to those feelings as much as possible, because when I do leave, it's damn, so it's a day by day thing. Try to remain communicative to the best of my ability, because I'm freaking terrible at it, but I know it's important, so that's why they get what they get, period, if not more.
So let's expand on that for a minute. So do you feel that it can be a detriment, or is your family more of a strength? And I know that's kind of a stupid question to ask, but the reason that I'm asking it is because at times there are people that can feel that. That there are people that feel like, okay, their family or their friends slow them down, but then they could also function as a unit of strength for them. So you having a newborn and, having a family, you're a family man now. Has that been a strength to you that you feel like you can draw from every day when you have to get up in the morning and you have to fucking take a shower, you got to brush your teeth, you got to you got to start putting out fires first thing in the morning, getting a
Yeah.
bunch of clients calling you. You know, does your family keep that hunger in you, like burning bright, or is it, or have you just always been a man of like motivation and just getting the fucking job done?
I think to answer that question, it's more like I had to decide, or guys or people in general, males, females, have to decide what type of person they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people can't do it with a family, like it just won't work. They can only do one or the other. It is definitely a lot of work, but I want to say that they have given me more purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't wake up every day wondering, who am I, or like I know already. I got it. I know my gifts, my talents on this world. I'm going to utilize them as best as I can. And the ultimate goal is to make sure I feed my children and make sure they have everything that they possibly need to be a step further or ahead than all of you.
So what he's saying is that he's out working you right now.
Well, no, that's literally what our DNA, I believe it is. That's the very basis of our programming, is to, become stronger, faster, better than whatever else is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that we're each other, because we've kind of taken over the planet, and there's no other species that can compete. So now we're competing with one another. Like now it's like, now to the finish line for the perfect human.
That is true.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's going to come sooner than you think, because as time goes on and we start to be more self-aware, we start to be more aware of who we are as people and who we are as a species. And we start to discover the upper limits of our brains, of our imaginations, of our creativity. We are going to get to that point, whether it's virtual reality that starts to become like the next benchmark and shows us like, hey, we're going to start living our lives differently based off of this. Or, we as ourselves, as a people, decide that this is what it is that we want. Everybody has their own journey they have to live. I personally, I've been getting into the habit of, so let's get into the fitness subject for a second.
Okay.
I come home from work and I've made it non-negotiable to work out. Like I have to work out now. So what I'll do is I'll come home from work, and if it's too cold outside, because lately it's been ridiculously cold in New York for absolutely no reason, I don't want to walk to the gym. So
It is freezing.
Yeah, exactly.
Freezing
It's been freezing. So what I'll end up doing is I'll just come home and I'll do a workout here at the house. I bring out the mat. I have the pull-up bar. Got some dumbbells, and just try to get at least an hour in, because I kind of feel that for you to have mental strength, you need to have the physical strength. The body connects to the mind connects to the body.
Word.
And I've been making a more conscious effort with that, and I believe that that's how we're gonna survive long enough to get to that next level, to reach that upper echelon. And if you don't,
it's sexy to be fit now. Like, fit is a thing. Everybody's like, oh, what do you got on? It's like, you got that six pack on. Are you like super thin? Are you fitting into the mold that society has put you in?
mm-hmm.
I appreciate people that work out. I just I don't do it much. I want to. I probably will at some point. I'm not, that's my procrastination talk. But I feel like there is, like, you have a better life being fitter, man.
Yeah,
it's the way it is. You get more attention. You live longer. So there are a lot of perks, straight up.
There are a lot of perks. I mean, me personally, it's more about just being healthy enough to be able to do what it is that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna have energy when I wake up. I don't want to feel like I'm extremely tired and I can't get up and do anything because all my energy's been zapped away. What I'm doing, if I have a 6-pack, that's an added bonus, because right now I got this 1-pack that I'm rocking, but it's okay. It's okay though, because I am as strong and as fit as anybody can be. I've done a Spartan race. I was able to physically prove to myself that I was able to break that mold that people have, that predetermined mold of who we are. And so I'm definitely all about the physical fitness right now, and I feel that it's even helped me today. I did a nice workout, and I was able to go out and eat with some friends, then come here and do this show with you. I don't feel burnt out. You do go to the
gym a lot.
Yeah, not that much.
No, you your dedication is admired. Like, I admire it a lot. I believe that you've changed a lot. Like you're fitter than you were before. You're stronger. You're bigger. You know, so you even got me into it. I got a membership because of Neo Starling.
That is
Got
true.
me
He
into
did.
the kick.
Just like maintaining a car. That's what Meet Your Zoloft told us.
Yeah, straight up.
It is true. It is true. You're maintaining a car. You know, like your body's your chassis. You know, and then you have the internal organs. You have your engine that's in you. You know, you have to fill it up with gas. That's when you're eating.
It's just so fun to do the other way and just be gluttonous and eat your food and, you know, do drugs. And it's just, it doesn't last long. It's not like the best thing to do, but for the short term, it's like, wow, rock star life. And then you're fucked. So that's why I do feel that working out and being clean or living a healthier life is better.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound as delicious.
Well, it doesn't. It fucking sucks because if you think about it, it's mainly what you eat. You know, the physical portion of it is just you maintaining your body in a physical state where it's strong and it can still function properly. But what you eat really determines the actual shape of your physique too. You know, because I don't want to fucking drink kale shakes all day. That shit sucks. But you know what? I know that I don't like eating vegetables personally, but I'll juice the fuck out of them shits.
That's my thing. I love kale. I'll fucking drink that shit all day. It's just that, yeah, like, I don't have a problem with that.
You'll drink kale all day.
I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I'm down. Like, you give me any of that green stuff, like, I will chug it. I do not have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I want, like, cheese fries dipped in, like, amazing sauce. I want it, like, super hot, fresh, and I want, like, a bowl of it to myself because they're like chips. You don't want anybody to have your chips, man. So
You're referring to what we had earlier. It's funny because you legitimately cut it like if it was a pie.
Yeah.
We had this order. It was like
make sure the portions were good.
It was yeah. You know what? We actually have even portions. It was these cheese fries that had like onions, peppers, tomatoes. It was like well seasoned and whatnot, so it tasted delicious. And this dude literally took a butter knife, a little plastic knife, and split it down the middle so that we'd have like equal portions. And it was pretty good.
It was that delicious where I want to make sure that, you know, nobody was being cheated.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was good. It was actually I was wondering about that too because it looked really good, and I'm like, how are we gonna do this? Because I want to get some of that cheese on top.
Yeah, everybody wanted to make sure they got the same amount.
Yeah.
I think it worked out the way I cut it. It was pretty good.
No, it was acceptable. I know that tomorrow.
Like 10 little strands there for you.
What was
on
that?
The other side of my side, the piece that I cut out.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know we're friends when we bring up the meticulous things.
You got to get very specific down to the tiniest detail. Yeah. Nah, but excuse me. Tomorrow definitely, I'm gonna probably have one of those green juices.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have one tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
Go down the block real quick, grab a couple of them.
Yeah. I love them. They're great.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a lie because it's actually full of a lot of natural sugar.
You think so? You don't think it's pure?
Well, it is pure, but it's just they choose a lot of like the naturally sweet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still getting all that, like, you know, glucose. So like, you're getting all the stuff in you.
Yeah.
And you're getting at a high dose. So there was a study that actually stated that drinking those things, actually you get maybe 10% of the actual juice in there, the vitamins and minerals, because your body breaks the rest of it down as if it's something else, or I think it goes right through it. I'm not sure. Like you can't it doesn't hold on to it fast enough.
Well, yeah, no. What a lot of it is too is the fact that when you're only drinking the juice, you're lacking the fiber, you know, which is the physical part of it that will keep you full. That's what keeps you sated. So when you end up drinking one of those green juices, or whether it's like a fruit juice or whatever the case may be, you get momentary satisfaction. You get instant gratification.
Yeah, you do feel good when you drink them.
Yeah, like, but it doesn't last long. Ultimately,
it's like if they had MSG in it. Like
it has a lot of stuff.
Keeps you going back. Why not make? They need to figure out a way to make like the good shit addictive.
Yeah.
You know, because I would love to be like addicted to like fucking working out. Well, and there are people who find it to be addictive. You know. But make it like appealing, like, you know, society has these things like the advertising companies, PR, you know, the ones that we don't speak of, the government. They figured out how to manipulate us and keep us, you know, in this 8-hour workday, 9 to 5, you know, 5 to 7 days a week for some of us. Hey mates, I noticed you had quite a few tattoos on your arm there. Mind talking a bit about them?
Oh, who's that? What's the name of the person?
Legiox161.
Can you read that correctly?
Legiox. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Let us know if we butchered your name, but you want me to talk about my tattoos for a second? Hello, by the way, how are you doing? No, I've had these tattoos for a while now. I think the first tattoo I got was on my arm when I was really young, and I was about 21. I got one tattoo, and the second I got that one, I actually became not addicted, but I wanted to get more tattoos because I feel like, your body's a canvas and you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with it because we don't have it forever. And I respect body art highly. So every tattoo that I have on my body actually means something. Even if it doesn't make sense to people at the moment, it makes sense to me. But essentially, I have these tattoos just because I like them. And I think they look cool. I don't know how they'll hold up when I get older, but it's definitely something that I will not continue to keep getting. I think I just want to fill up this arm. And once I'm done with this arm, I'm good. Like, I don't believe I have to get any tattoos after that.
That's what a person that's addicted says. I'm not going to get any more. I just want to fill up this arm.
You know what, Franklin? You say that, but your sleeves are covering all your tattoos as well.
They are.
So you can't even say that you don't have tattoos.
The 10th Legion of the Roman Empire under Julius Caesar. Nice. Good reference.
Oh, right on. Right on. Can you read that? Because I can't read it properly.
Doing well, mate. Thanks for asking. My name is pronounced Leg
EOX?
Yes. 2 words. Latin reference to the 10th Legion of the Roman Empire under Julius Caesar.
Oh, okay. Right on. That's dope. That's actually a pretty cool name. I'm digging it. Okay, we said it correctly. All right, good.
Hey, Vegapedia. How are you?
Is Vegapedia on?
Yeah,
Vegapedia's not on.
He's right there.
Where? Oh, he just popped in on Instagram?
Yeah.
What's up, Vegapedia? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're proud of me. I'm using...
Hey, person on Instagram live chat. Thank you. You're like my dad.
I am maximizing my ability to have several platforms to stream on.
Who is Vegapedia?
Vegapedia?
Yeah, who's that guy?
Vegapedia is one of our friends, man.
Okay.
He's doing his own thing too. He's starting up his own business. I don't want to talk about it for him because I feel like that's something that he'd want to do on his own. He was actually the first guest on my pilot episode. So he was here. You can actually catch him on the YouTube channel, Neo Starling. On the bottom right-hand side, you'll see my icons changing consistently. And if you go on the YouTube channel, you can actually see the pilot episode with me and Vegapedia.
Cool.
Yeah, he's this dude with like really long hair.
Nice.
Just like you.
What are we chatting about tonight?
What are we chatting about tonight? Anything you want, man. If you want to talk about a particular subject.
Yeah, it's an IRL, so like it's kind of an anything goes Wild West kind of situation, I guess. According to the terms of Twitch.com.
It's an IRL/podcast. So I kind of wanted to make this very interactive as much as we possibly can. So anybody that's on chat can feel free to chime in whenever they want. It'll keep the conversations fresh and whatnot. And I'm not big to the point where I can't keep up. You know how you'll have like a million people scrolling up and down, and you'll just have like all these different comments coming up. So yeah, man.
That's his other account.
whatever you want to bring up, any subject, feel free, man. We can talk about whatever you want. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, right?
Yeah, man. It's what we are here for, I assume, or believe. I don't know.
Well, we're here, just for you're my guest, and I appreciate you being here because you actually have work that you have to do. That's why you have that tablet in front of you.
Yep.
And I appreciate the fact that you're taking some time out of your busy schedule to grace me with your presence.
I don't feel like I'm busy ever. I just feel like I have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, you're never not busy.
Mm-hmm.
You always kind of have something to do, so it's kind of cool just to be able to like sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah.
It is extremely appreciative all the time. It keeps me grounded, I believe, or at least in my mind.
Yeah. And since we're gonna be talking anyway, we might as well like film it.
Right on. I want to support you because you're badass. So.
Yeah, no doubt. That tattoo there. What did he say? on the right arm under the bicep. Oh, you're talking about the Om symbol?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the I got that tattoo. There was a while back where I started getting into like Buddhism. A lot of the stuff that the Buddhists do, I think it's pretty cool. More not the religion in particular, but just energy. The way they do it, I respect because I feel like it's about enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
I could be right, I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me, but I got the tattoo because of what it symbolized to me. And I'm not saying that I'm enlightened by any stretch of the imagination because I'm not. But I feel that I've reached a place in my life where I'm self-aware of who I am. And each tattoo that I have is kind of a representation of that in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
exactly.
It's like a chapter, like you have pages and stories on you.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. But the Om symbol is something that I actually like this tattoo of my friend Miguel. He I don't know what to plug him as. What's his Instagram?
I believe it's Roman's Canvas.
Romans Canvas. Oh yeah, Romans Canvas. If you look up Romans Canvas on Instagram,
His
you
name
can
is
find
also
him.
Miguel Roman, and
Yeah.
if you type that in tattoos, I'm sure he'll come up in a search. He's a New York and Florida-based tattoo artist.
And PA.
And Pennsylvania. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
kind of like the whole Eastern Seaboard kind of situation. He travels for work as well. He's a pretty badass artist. So
Yeah, no doubt. What do I do for a living? I have a job just like everybody else. I won't get into too much detail about what I do for a living, but I essentially work to the point where I can pay my bills and be able to live a somewhat decent life. Yeah, I just don't want to get too much into it right now because I don't know how much liberty I am to speak of what I do for a living. But when I do know, when I get a good sense, I'll be able to give you more info. Yeah.
badass.
Yep. Oh snap, my boy Inazuma, what's going on, man? Welcome
man.
to the IRL podcast that we got going on here. How's it going? Vegapedia just showed up on deck.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Say what's
Right
good,
on.
man.
What's up, guys?
Chilling. Shine bright like a diamond lady. Damn Vegapedia. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. You know what? We were both just corrected right now. It's Miguel's Canvas.
Miguel's Canvas. Thank
Miguel's
you
Canvas
so
on
much.
Instagram. If you want to give him a follow and check out some of his work, he's actually the guy that did the majority of my tattoos. So on his page, you'd be able to see that.
Yeah.
You're managing? Oh, man. I'm doing all right. I'm just having a conversation with my boy here. Say what's up, bro.
What's up? How's it going?
Yeah, but, we're just chatting here. Just recording a little podcasteroo here. What is Vegapedia saying?
G-I-A.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Very clever, my friend. Very clever.
Very good.
Vegapedia on the internet, everybody.
Neo Starling just wants to make sure that it's legally okay to discuss certain things as far as his occupation, if I'm concerned. If I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually said that perfectly. Very well worded. Yeah, I want to make sure that I don't say anything that could jeopardize what I'm doing because I still need to work there.
But it is pretty cool. I'll tell you guys that. It is pretty badass.
Yeah, when I'm at more liberty, I'll be able to share more. It is not they'll kill me.
Well, you do work for them.
I do work for them. Yeah, I need to put sound effects on this shit because that would have been great. Right there, would have been a nice little,
Cool.
Yeah, man. I'm glad the chat's picking up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're definitely talking here. What's happening? Essentially, I am doing a podcast right now, so I'm not playing any games tonight. So no Witcher tonight. I'm just talking with my friend here because I started this show called Neo's Corner. I keep saying Theory. That was the old name. That was the concept name. Neo's Corner. We are literally in the corner of my living room, and we're just chatting up. I want to essentially be able to have people on board. If I can have a person here to chat with, like a guest, that'd be great. But if not, I can always also interview people on Skype or Discord, like however you guys want to do it, whenever I do have a guest. Because every episode I would like to have a guest. And it's something that I want to apply to what I'm doing regularly. And hopefully, You know, if things grow, I'd be able to do this a little more long term, a little more full time ish. But for now, I have a time limit. I have a bedtime.
No matter how many times you think you're free, you are not. There's always something to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man, straight up. I was where was I today? I had lunch in Brooklyn today. I went to a diner. It was pretty good. It was like Break something diner, Break Done, something.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. It was actually really good. There was parking, which was a huge plus. It was delicious. I had their like Brookside Diner, I think it's called. I just want to give them a plug. It was delicious. I had their signature dish. It was like a hamburger or something like that. And I had my son with us. It was pretty awesome. Dude had his baby food, and we were hanging out. You know,
dude had his baby food.
Yeah, dude is all about his little like munchies.
What kind of baby food do you get him?
Which my lady's all about the organic stuff. So she tries to give him that stuff, non-GMO, chemically modified, corns and starches. A lot of it is like pre-baked goods, like little cookies, stuff like that.
Oh, that sounds good.
But in the form of like, it'll be veggies, zucchini, stuff like that he'll get to munch on. He can't have any acidic stuff or anything like that yet because he's still like less than 1 year old.
Yeah, he's too young. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I tried to give him a beer, but he was good.
You try to give him a beer?
I'm joking.
You know what? I just want to let you know that he's legitimately like not joking. He really tried to give him a beer. Did Instagram get cut off?
It's okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, hit that. Yeah, it got cut off. Let me get the phone real quick.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I suck at that stuff.
No, what Instagram did was just try to play me. They try to give me a time limit on what I can post here. So I'm gonna start the live stream again.
Rebel without a cause.
Yeah, man. Like you will not censor me. I will not go quietly into that good night. I will rage against the dying of the light. All right, because that's not how this is gonna go down. I'm gonna place the phone where it needs to be. Hey, what up, everybody? I'm back. Your boy Neo Starling is back in this piece. Instagram cut me off, but it's okay because I'm coming right back.
Thanks for the parappa the rap of Wikipedia. It was awesome.
Go ahead, talk, man. Don't be so shy. I'm just adjusting this to like make sure we're back on board.
Yeah, right on.
Rage Against the Machines. Yeah, word up, man. We're raging. We're raging.
Constantly. Weren't they one of the rebel rock bands? They're pretty good. They're pretty amazing.
I heard some Rage of the Machines back in the day, but I never got too heavy into it.
No.
I did like some of their songs though. But the thing about me is that when I listen to music, I've noticed that unless it's a group that I've listened to forever, I don't know who the hell they are. I only know them by song.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate that.
Well, I went through a lot of stages. I think we all do.
Yeah.
And I had a heavy rock phase. And I mostly listened to like Queen. It was so diverse. Like Queen, Cradle of Filth. Oh man, Disturbed, System of a Down. What's that chick? Evanescence. Yeah, they were pretty good. Coheed and Cambria, and then I listened to a lot of indie rock for a long time, but I also like a lot of classics too. Those are pretty badass. Like wide variety of music. Ray Charles is pretty amazing. Stevie Wonder's pretty good. MJ, of course. Just all the greats. Like they were Bob Dylan. All of them were freaking amazing. And I'm super appreciative of them. Like straight up. Yeah, System of a Down is badass, and they will always be. Like they tugged at our hearts at a certain period in our lives.
Oh my god!
And they were just like they like you feel me, man. I know what's going on.
System of a Down has a very special place in our hearts. That was actually one of the first groups that I listened to that I was able to memorize a lot of their lyrics from their songs.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first started getting into like hip hop and whatnot.
Yeah.
Nas, Jay-Z.
But even
Eminem.
the dudes that listened to hip hop knew about System of a Down. That's how badass they were.
Well, yeah, no, everyone knew System of a Down, and you know what? System of a Down was actually very popular, like in those parties too, like in the goth scene. They were. I heard that they were like a Christian band. Was that true or?
I think that at a certain time they were like they repped the Christian rock group status. But so did like Metallica for a very long time. But that I don't think that really means shit, to be honest.
No, no. I mean, I don't really care about what their background is as far as that. As long as you produce good music, man,
Yeah,
that's all I
straight
care
up.
about. Yeah, I know. I memorized a lot of their songs, System of a Down and Metallica, which is something that I remember when the not rock band Guitar Hero Metallica came out.
Okay.
I started learning a lot of their songs because we were able to sing along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I would be in Godzilla's house at the Playhouse.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, and we would be in there doing that shit. So it was fucking great. You know, he'd be like playing the guitar, and I was just like singing the songs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's where I started learning a lot about it.
Yeah, I don't do the singing thing.
No,
I ain't got it.
you ain't got that liquid courage in you to do it, man.
I'm sure that I'm sure I sound amazing when I'm inebriated to myself.
We
but
all sound amazing when we're inebriated.
Not sober in
Yeah.
any way.
Oh my god, what did he say? You wish they make a new album?
Yeah.
You know what? Do you think that'll ever happen?
I think if they need enough money at some point, anybody will make a new album. But also, I don't believe in trying to. I believe when it's good, you know, when the good gets going, you know, that's it. Just like ride your wave. Because we've seen a lot of people try to make new shit, and it's really, really bad. And it's like, just quit while you're ahead.
David is washing dishes.
Yes.
Wikipedia, in case you were wondering, he is the inconsiderate one.
Yes. He is.
He's probably in his underwear too, and if we didn't put this curtain up, then chances are that you'd be seeing him.
We're doing everyone a favor.
Yeah. Well, we're doing
are
me a
we?
favor as well too, because I don't want to get banned for like someone like inadvertently shaking their junk in
For
front
the
of
guest
us.
model walking by.
What happened?
Yeah, it has been a while.
It's been over 10 years
Yeah, since
since
they released
System of a
that
Down
album.
released anything. Damn, it's been 10 years.
But where does that time go? Disturbed too was pretty good.
Disturbed, yeah. Damn, dude, we're old, man.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, I don't.
We are dinosaurs.
I'm in my 30s, but I feel I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't really worry about the age of it all.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. I'm just happy every day I wake up. I'm like, fucking here. Like, I'm gonna fuck this day up. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. You kind of have to wake up like that too. You know, you got to make sure that you make the most out of your day.
Yeah, I don't think he washes dishes efficiently. They were really quick. I know you guys all heard that, right? They were like 5-second washing. What kind of bullshit is that?
Oh my god! And you know what? It's actually there's no soap. It's just how like I don't
He just sprays it with water. That shit's good.
Yeah, you know how you could tell when somebody washes dishes properly, like when you smell the heat of the soap from like the hot water mixing with the chemicals in the soap, and then like when the dishes are done, you can have like a faint smell of it.
Yo, I can't handle hot water.
No.
I've come to that conclusion. Like, yeah, I've seen some of my friends like they take a shower and they're like you can feel the heat like the steam coming out the bathroom when you're walking by, and I'm like, how fucking hot is this water? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. And then you turn it on, you know, when you turn on the bottom part of the shower and the rest of the water comes out. So like you'll mess with that after they leave, and you're trying to set your shit up, and then like the scalding hot water comes out the bottom, and you're just like, I didn't even, what the hell? And you're just like, that's unhealthy. Like your skin is gonna become flaccid. Like, what's going on?
Yo, no, for real, that'll definitely happen because that hot water hits you too much, and then you get the wrinkly what is it called? Like the raisin-like fingers.
Hey, Jaden.
Oh, my boy Jaden up in this piece. Yo, what's going on, Jaden? How's everything, my friend? Say what up, bro.
Hey, man, what's up? I think I just did.
Oh, you did, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
We're
did
talking
say
about
hi.
scalding hot water.
Yeah, we're talking about people burning their fucking flesh with hot water.
But you never really feel clean unless it's that hot.
You know what? No, it's true because when you wash your dishes and you know, like when the water's so hot that the plate auto dries like really quickly.
Oh man, but that's because to me the water's so damn hot, it like evaporates off of it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it's. Yeah, no, I'm good.
It's too
almost
hot.
like punishment.
No, but that's how you know you got a clean plate though, man. Because
Yeah.
if you want to use your plate and it still feels warm, the water was so hot to the point where it dried up the entire plate. You have a solidly washed plate. But if it's still wet, if you just see it being wet,
Like it has a particle lingering or something. Something
Yeah.
existed. Something survived. You want everything mutilated off of that plate, destroy. You want that like nuclear. Like you want it just pure sanitized, and but then you want to put like meat on it so you can eat.
yeah.
Like that's what we do as humans. We're like,
Well, yeah, you know what? I've always thought that's weird with
Burn
cutting
it,
boards.
put it on my plate. Like,
It's funny that you say that because like that's something with cutting boards. For example, you know how people will have like a meat cutting board and a vegetable cutting board.
yeah,
But you know, I mean, I get why they would do that because I wouldn't cut meat first and then like cut vegetables directly over it. I'd clean it first,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing as if you're cleaning a plate if you really think about it.
true.
Because you're still gonna put meat and vegetables together on the same plate.
And some would argue that ceramic is better than wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, or get marble or something.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Marble slabs is the bomb. I want to get, or that like a granite, any stone. You can even get salt stones. Like I got a salt stone cutting board. When I want to get a salt stone cutting board, I have a wood one now. But the salt stone, you kind of salt your meat while you do it.
Yeah.
Like, it skips a step. Like, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Fucking. You're gonna go back in time, Middle Ages, get one of those like legit stone cutting boards.
It's like the thing to do now.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
cool.
agree, man. But yeah, hot water. Thank you, David, for that topic.
Right on.
Hot water is actually very important.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm showering, I like the water to be a little hot. But initially when you get in the shower and the water's not really that hot, but it feels scalding hot because you just woke up.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Yeah,
I don't welcome those feelings.
Yeah, that's
I block them out.
But you don't have a choice. You can't really do anything about it. You kind of have to just deal with it because your body's gonna acclimate as soon as you've gotten in there.
Yeah.
But you're gonna when it hits your back in particular, and it's just like.
I must warn you that when I wake up, I get carried out of my bed and put in this large pool, and the pool is started at my body temperature, and then it rises slowly.
Really?
And the moment I just want it that way desperately.
I envisioned that in my mind's eye.
I want it. Yeah, right on.
I pictured you being lifted by like some celestial force.
Yeah, it's just that's what happens every day. It's some American Psycho shit.
Oh my god!
It's like I lather my skin with a new soap. Like, it's terrible.
Are you gonna take the giraffe with you to the pool?
The giraffe is probably what will take me to the pool.
You're gonna ride it?
No, he'll have probably, I don't know how, but his mental powers will carry me through telepathy or telekinesis. Is it telepathy or telekinesis?
No,
the moving of objects.
Yeah. Telepathy is the mind.
Yeah,
telekinesis is to be able to like physically move something. Yeah. I think if X-Men taught me anything,
right?
Yeah, if X-Men with Jean Grey's powers taught me, because Xavier was a telepath. So he wasn't able to physically move things. Mm-hmm. He was able to get inside of people's heads.
And Jean Grey was both.
So she had telekinesis.
Basically better than Professor X.
I mean, you know what? It depends, man.
I don't know.
At a battle of the mind, who did you think would be superior?
Everybody would assume Professor X because he was older. Can you believe that? Just because. But I remember Professor X saying that she was like 10 times more powerful than him. So I would go with Jean Grey.
I don't know, man, because experience could play a factor too, man. I mean, they've done battles like that. I remember, I don't know about
Vengeful
the comics.
Nature.
Oh, Vengeful Nature just started watching. I don't know about the comics, but I remember in the cartoon during the Dark Phoenix saga, they fought briefly. Like, he got inside of her mind and he tried to fight her.
He had a lot of psychic blocks. Yeah, he totally. So for a lot of you that don't know about the Dark Phoenix saga, everybody had there was only one way to stop Jean Grey from using the Phoenix, and they suppressed it with a mental block. Mm-hmm. But what that ended up doing is kind of building up the pressure, until she kind of exploded, and the Phoenix just kind of took over and like subdued Jean Grey's subconscious.
Yeah.
And when she took over, she pretty much just like, hey, I don't want to be around the X-Men. They kind of make me emotional. So I'm going to like discard them. Hey, smack you with my flame, wing or whatever. And she just jumped out into the universe, to the galaxy, like eating a planet and shit, something like that.
Well, no, what she actually did was that she went inside of a sun. She went in the sun and she started feeding. Yeah, she started feeding on it, and it gradually grew, and then it exploded. And when it did, she actually destroyed that entire quadrant,
killing.
You see, this is the lovely part about kids' television back then, because I remember the Shi'ar pilots were like, if those planets had been inhabited, billions would have been lost. So right there, they already try to say that there was nobody in those planets. Yeah. So she basically just destroyed an empty galaxy.
But they were saying if. That's like
no. They said if they had been inhabited.
Yeah.
So they weren't
That's
inhabited.
some Fox News shit right there.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
If there were people there, they would have all been murdered and killed.
Oh my god, it's a wild animal. What up,
Yeah,
vengeful
totally.
nature?
Right on.
Who's the animal, me or Frankie? Let us know.
I don't know, man.
Up in this cut. Nah, man. But cartoons, comic books, video games. Are you?
I aspire to consume more of those things.
Well, you're gonna be doing it during your travel, right?
I want to. I want to spend time doing all that stuff, but I haven't had any time to do that as of late. Oh, yes, the giraffe behind us. He's phenomenal.
Holy shit. You know what? I'm so used to you calling us animals that I thought you were referring to one of us, but I totally didn't take the giraffe into account.
Oh, man, we did not.
Yeah, man. You know, I can't read it properly from here because you're so far away, so in my mind, you wrote graffiti, but you didn't. I know you didn't.
G.I. Joe, a giraffe?
What?
G.I. Joe.
What? What are you talking about?
He said it brings back memories from G.I. Joe.
From G.I. Joe? There was a giraffe in G.I. Joe? Can anybody chime in on that? Because I don't remember.
Nobody dies in G.I. Joe.
Okay.
Every episode, everybody was still there. It's like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Nah, nobody dies in it. G.I. Joe, I think they didn't have bullets. I think they had lasers. Or was that Spider-Man that had the lasers instead of actual bullets?
I think G.I. Joe definitely had bullets.
Yeah, G.I. Joe had bullets.
They definitely had bullets.
Yeah, and I remember Spider-Man having lasers because it was on Fox, and I remember they didn't want to give the illusion that it was like violence because they wanted kids to be able to watch it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was lasers.
Let's use a futuristic version of the weapon to show them that it's not violent.
Yeah, I know. But what was funny, interestingly enough, though, Batman, the animated series, used actual bullets, but it was more adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I believe a lot of those cartoons had those like subliminal messaging or subconscious things, like for adults.
Mm-hmm.
It's to keep the adults entertained while the kids are watching the visuals.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of Pixar and Disney movies, like they would plug or hint at so many like adult conversation stuff or jokes, but visually the kid would just be absorbed in it, subconsciously absorbing this like joke, and then later on using it, but not unknowingly or not referencing it correctly. But they're just out there like talking about this adult shit, and it's crazy.
Well, no, that's what they did back in the day. A lot of cartoons had like adult themes that you probably wouldn't have realized until you became an adult, and if you saw it later on, then you would know. Which was funny because Darkwing Duck. I remember.
Oh man.
I revisited Darkwing Duck a couple of years back, and I saw I binged the entire series, and Darkwing Duck had very advanced vocabulary. I'm talking about whenever he spoke,
Mm-hmm.
like there was a lot of shit I didn't know what he meant when he said it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult, I'm like, wow, okay, so that made sense, you know, like just the way you're talking.
Years, but I got it.
What happened?
No, it's like in the back you're just like, so that's what that meant.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, this mother.
Yeah, exactly. So the Darkwing Duck definitely had a lot of they didn't have as many adult themes though. That was more like gargoyles and Batman. Batman was very.
It was all
adult.
sex to me.
Yeah.
When you're like watching gargoyles and all that shit, like everything was just like, she loves it. It was like everything was a soap opera. It was soap opera for children.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. Like, you know, Goliath was dating this chick and then she betrayed him or something. Batman and Catwoman. And it's just all these situations. You're just like Superman and Lois, and it's just.
Oh no, Batman and Catwoman, like that was.
They sold that shit hard.
Yo, like he was
Ren
always
and
chasing
Stimpy.
her on the rooftops. That was like his thing. He was like, "Oh, let me chase you on these rooftops with my scary voice and my tight spandex and your tight spandex and your whip."
Yeah.
And every time he captured her, you know, he just let her go because
he didn't really let her go. We all know. He's like, it was all a game. It's like, when I get you, you know, I get you.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, yes, daddy. But yeah, Ren and Stimpy is like the blueprint for what like the crazy what's that show that's out now?
What's called?
With that with the scientist and his grandson.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I forgot the name of that show. Why did I forget? Something and oh my God, what's the name of the show? The one with the crazy scientist and the kid.
It just escapes me right now. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. There you go. Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Pulled that shit out of the ether. But yeah, that's like it's twisted shit like that. And then Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think Aqua Teen Hunger Force goes on the list of like crazy fucked up shit.
Definitely, I would agree. Aqua Teen Hunger Force had a lot of adult themes.
I paid to see that movie.
Did you?
Like I went to the movie to see that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was good. It was for my twisted mind, you know. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
You got like a little like sick pleasure.
I'm not gonna lie, it was phenomenal. It was really good. Even the artwork for the poster is something I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Rocko's Modern Life. Hell yeah, that was good.
You know what? I never saw that one. That's one that I think I skipped.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, I don't think I ever.
Granny,
saw
man. Granny was always on top of shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like anvil fall right next to her, hurt the dog. There's always an inside joke. This woman would never get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That kind of reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, sorry. I think that's what I was talking about.
That's what you were referring to?
Yeah.
Oh, Courage
Rocko's Modern Life.
Courage was great. Courage was great because that was like the first like survival horror cartoon, like kids cartoon theme thing that I ever saw. And I just remember Courage going through so much shit.
Yeah. Like
that dog would suffer and then, nobody would believe him. He couldn't really talk to them.
He'd make it okay.
Yeah, but he would meet like all these demons and spirits and he would just always try to protect like his family. And then
but the granny would walk around and never really get
hurt.
Her.
Like he would always save her. Like he would save her from harm. And then the grandfather was just like, "You stupid dog."
Yeah.
You made me look bad. Oh,
cool.
Man. That was some shit, man. Gargoyles.
Oh, man. That was probably one of the best modern cartoons that I was watching at its time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really loved it. It was Brooklyn, Goliath, right, was the main dude?
Yeah, Goliath.
Yeah, he was such a badass dude. Yeah, it was great. Like, it was like the Tony Stark meets Magic.
Yeah.
You know? And, the fact that, dude, like, they had a castle on top of a modern city building was like, come on. And then you had these, like, dudes with wings. Like, no, everybody wants that. I want gargoyles. Like,
Jaden wants to know who my cute friend is.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
He thinks you're cute.
Hey, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yo, man, I have good-looking friends, man. My crew, if we don't look good, we just don't look good. Apparently,
that is the case.
Yeah.
But thank you. You're awesome.
And don't ever let anyone tell you different, right? yeah, no doubt, man. Jaden's my boy, man. He's actually been following me for a really long time. Like he was he was actually the first follower that I got that wasn't one of my like real life friends that I know personally.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's been around ever since then. So
nice.
He has that sword next to his name. So he's a moderator too.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Go Jaden.
Yeah, man. He's a cool dude. Do you like his giraffe in the background?
Called a foul?
Called a foul? What's up with that, man? What's up with the referee? Why are you hitting us with the ref? Nobody likes the referee. The referee tries to establish rules. It's like, no, you can't cheat. You can't push that guy and take the ball. Like, that's illegal. But not really at the same time. Yeah, no.
For doubt. Real. But
in a movie. What? Love it nice and what? I can't see it from here. You got to read it for me.
No, it's a whole bunch of emojis.
No, but what did he say after the ref?
No. No, Jaden.
Nice and long. You're getting a little rated R on us, buddy. You're lucky you have a sword. Is that the emoji from Mario Sunshine? I don't know if it is.
No, I think it's like a Motorcon or something.
No, I know, but I'm wondering where it's from.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I can't see it properly. But yeah, man, this is a lot of fun. You know what? So far, Frankie, you've actually been the longest person on my show so far.
Oh man.
As far as time, because,
milestones.
Yeah, because we've been going on, believe it or not, for an hour and 23 minutes so far.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Time fucking flies.
You were talking about great. That was an awesome reference. You're really good, Jaden. That's funny.
He's talking about the giraffe, man.
Yeah.
He's talking about the damn giraffe.
Totally.
Yeah, he's stalking us, man.
He is.
This is actually Five Nights at Freddy's. You don't realize it right now, and the giraffe is just there. So we have to keep switching the camera back to Frankie so that the giraffe doesn't get too close to us and kills us.
And it is from Mario Sunshine. Cool.
It is from Mario Sunshine. Oh, okay, yeah.
Badass.
Nah, I kind of figured. I wasn't too sure, but I'm glad we got that settled.
Right on.
Glad we figured that out. How's your day been, Jaden? How's everything with you, man? I hope everything is okay. I could hear Rob in the background.
Yeah, man. Witted Sama's doing his thing.
Witted Sama's in the cut right now. Okay, and he has a goal this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a goal. His goal is to be man of the year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy goal to aspire to.
Yeah.
So he has hashtag man of the year on everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
Whether he tweets something or whether he's streaming.
Yeah.
It's man of the year.
Good shit.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think in my book he's already got it. He is one of the men of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, badass. Especially to have that dedication. It's pretty cool. A lot of crazy shit going on in the world, man.
Yeah.
And I think if you're gonna exist in this planet, especially in this society nowadays, you gotta be fucking hungry, like, cause ain't nobody gonna give it to you.
That's
Nobody
true.
cares, And then for the people who do care, you don't really want to give them the responsibility of doing that. So.
No, of course not, man. Because look, man, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell this to whoever's watching on Instagram, whoever's watching on Twitch. Nobody gives a shit. If it's not your family or your closest friends who you consider family, nobody cares about your problems. Which is why we had to make a conscious effort to get ourselves out of our own ruts. If you're feeling depressed and you feel like
you're your own superhero.
Yeah, you know what? You have to be your biggest fan, man. Because if you're not your biggest fan, nobody else is going to support you. No one's going to have your back the way you have your own back.
It's pretty cool.
You can have a loved one that'll do it, but even that to a certain extent.
But then it ain't even right.
No.
Like when we were talking earlier about this, and it's like I travel a lot for work, and I go to all these different states, and you can see the different qualities of life.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with the people and how what ends up happening throughout their lives, in their environments. Of course, like New York City, you have everybody's aspiring to be more successful and have more, have the nicest place, have the higher floor or whatever you call it. But at the end of it all, like, how does that benefit your relationship? Things like that. When people in the South, they go Jaden right on.
I fucking love myself, man.
Yeah, man, straight up.
Yeah.
And you just have these different types of lifestyles. Like in the South, people are a little more laid back. They enjoy each other's time more. And I find in the North or on the West Coast, you have everybody just it's almost like a competition. Like if you're older, you're trying to look younger. If you're if you feel that you're ugly, then you're doing whatever it needs to be done to make yourself feel beautiful. Everybody's working on this perfect image of themselves. And I think the main thing in this world is acceptance. You really have to, like, the best gift is loving yourself and fucking be like, you know what, I fuck with that guy. Me, he's awesome.
Yeah.
These are some of the things I have to work on. This is what I'm really good at. Let's go make some money. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, and you know what? And it really does vary. Also, I think because like you're like fairly well traveled. You go to different states, so you've seen a lot, and I guess you see like the different aspects of the human condition. Like you see how people live their lives. Like you were saying, certain places are quieter, certain places are louder. Everybody wants to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I just want to be in shape so that I don't completely fall apart and look like a piece of shit. And I want to be healthy enough to be able to pursue my dreams and to love those around me. What's going on in that chat?
Vengeful Nature would rather just watch the world burn. And Jaden is going batshit crazy, I think, in a good way.
In a good way?
Yeah. You
know what, Vengeful? I believe you, man. I believe that you want to watch the world burn. And not in like just like the anarchy kind of way. Like I think you want to watch the world burn and you want to watch your existence burn with it at the same time, because you'd get satisfaction out of that. And what did Jaden say? You're what? He's definitely what?
He's the definition of beauty.
Oh, the definition of beauty. You know what? You have to be the definition of beauty, because when you wake up in the morning and you take a shower and you look at yourself in the mirror, you know what you're doing. You know that you want to look a certain way. Me, when I cut my hair personally, I want to make sure that it looks good because I don't want to, I don't want to look bad. It's not about vanity or anything. It's just you know what you want to look like. You know how you want to present yourself to the world. Like some people like the beard, some people hate the beard. I personally don't give a shit. I just want to be me. And I don't think society should get to dictate how I step out of my house in the morning. So if you're beautiful, man, then you're beautiful, bro. And don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, because they're lying to you. All right?
Right on.
What you got there?
True. It's my flavored pen.
Your flavored pen.
My flavored pen.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, man. What's going on in that chat? I can't see it from here.
Jaden would go ham if the fucking purge was real.
Oh my god. You know what? Bless you. So I've seen every Purge movie, and I've seen all of them. I'm actually
fucked up.
I'm a fan.
Really?
No, I'm a fan. I like it because
Anarchy.
know what? Each Purge movie is different from the last. Like they didn't all feel the same. The first one was about like rich people whose security system failed them, and then they ended up having to defend themselves in like the suburbs and shit.
They didn't pay their fucking ADT, man.
Yo, man.
Fucking jerks.
Yeah, they didn't pay that shit. And then in the second movie, it was about like the poor people. Like they had to deal with their own struggle over the fact that nobody wanted to fucking help them, and they were like on their own in the streets while like you had rich people hunting them down.
Don't give me a fucking gun and fucking do the purge, okay? Because I'll feel guilty for every person I kill. But it's really the large amount of people. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. I would first try to disappear to get the fuck away. I'm not gonna lie.
So sorry about that.
It's okay.
That was my fault. I hope it didn't break.
But yeah, I'm like a woods guy,
You said that I would purge too, Jaden. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't have an innate urge to end anybody's life. I think what I would rather an innate urge. Now, granted, if somebody like bumped me in the street, I wouldn't be like, wait until the fucking purge, motherfucker. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Sunday the 14th.
I think somebody would have to do like a great wrong to me. I'm talking about something that I would not be able to forgive in order for me to say that I'd want to take somebody's life.
Yeah, I would more like run away from the people, create a perimeter, and create a safe zone. And it's when you trip my fucking safe zone that's the problem. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because then I'm using like your skin for a jacket or some shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if the purge did exist, and I wouldn't personally try to kill anyone, but I will defend the shit out of myself. Yeah,
exactly. I'd rather go defending myself than anything.
Yeah, because at that point, wait, you said you wouldn't purge?
Vengeful says that I wouldn't.
That you wouldn't purge.
All right, Vengeful, I think you shouldn't think of purging now. Please don't do that. Love people. They're freaking awesome. And for the ones that aren't worth loving, then just totally pretend they don't exist and just keep going.
No, you're actually wrong, Frankie. I think he's actually gonna purge like the shit into the toilet.
Oh, if you're purging in the restroom, please by all means have healthy bowels, and I hope that you make it out alive. Call an old priest and a young priest. Have an exorcism.
Oh my god. Yeah, for real, right? No, purging is something I wouldn't want to do, but I'd watch another Purge movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
When Jaden's asking what happens if you kill someone because you're defending yourself, and to me that's like the ultimate get out of jail free card.
Well, yeah.
It's like wait, whoa. You guys didn't see this guy try to stab me? It's like this guy tried to kill me. He's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the only time I personally feel like I'd purge. If it came to like defending my own life, I would defend myself.
Because I would totally accidentally fuck somebody up. I accidentally punch them in the fucking face.
No, you know what I would do? I would actually go to the person I hate the most, and right as 12 o'clock hits and the purge is over, I will punch them dead in the mouth, and I'd be like, "Go ahead, hate me, motherfucker. You can't do shit for a whole year.
It's illegal now." But I think that it's hard because for a society to create rules that are bound by like time, like then I'm like, all right, what time zone were you in? Like, wait, whoa, we're on Eastern right now, and I would want to be in that fine area where like Eastern and like Standard Time or Central. I want to be right in between that line so I can hop one foot and then jump on the other. Like, what? Get away with it. Crazy stuff, man. The Purge.
Excuse me, I was just I was taking a sip of this amazing water. Brought to you in part by Batman.
The Dark Knight,
Batman, and I think I got this at GNC.
aka the Batcave.
Yeah, you know GNC has this gimmick with all these shakers. So you have like they have a Batman, they have a Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash. I actually want to get the Flash one because it's red.
Okay.
So
Right on. That's Neo Starling's color.
that's my color of preference, even though it's not the color I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to have some really delicious food earlier with my fried ice cream peeps.
Ah, badass.
Yeah.
Fried. I did try that. It was delicious.
Did you
I'm not
like it
gonna lie.
really?
Oh, that thing was so good.
Fried ice cream's really good.
It really is, and it's so simple. This guy's
Yeah.
building an empire off of flour, ice cream, and a deep fryer, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
that's the street fair version.
Yeah.
You know, then they actually have like their own location. If you check out Sam's Fried Ice Cream, like on the
Are
internet.
they open in the winter?
Yeah.
They're open right now.
Yeah. Well, not at this moment. I think they close at like 7.
Oh,
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to.
I think I'm gonna like drive by there and support them.
You should.
Yeah.
Anybody
Where is
that wants to check out Sam's Fried Ice Cream, you could just literally type their name on the internet and it'll pop out everywhere because they're kind of famous now.
Good stuff.
Yeah, they had an insider video, like somebody did an insider on them, and they got like millions of views on that shit, like on Facebook.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that helped their traffic a little bit. They're really good people. I work with them once in a while, so we all broke bread together today to celebrate.
Nice.
Yeah. What's Vengeful saying?
That was previous towards the purge situation. He was saying that's for the judge to decide, Jaden.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was interacting with
Yeah.
Jaden. I see.
I recently saw what was the recent film? I don't know. I saw Justice League. I saw Thor Ragnarok. I think those were like the last 2 major ones I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a fan. They're great. They're pretty good movies. I just didn't like the editing of Justice League.
Well, you know,
Scissor chop. No, sorry for the spoilers. Sorry, spoilers.
I have mixed reviews on Justice League. On one hand, I liked it. I didn't.
Ooh, Star Wars was the last one.
Star Wars was the last one you saw. Okay,
That
I
movie
still
was
haven't seen
fucking
Star Wars.
juicy.
I still haven't seen it. You know, I heard so many things about Star Wars. There are people that said that it was good, and then there's a bunch of people that said it was horrible, and that it was probably the worst Star Wars movie, and that Mark Hamill acted extremely out of character. Like the way they represented him wouldn't be the way that he would have acted.
Yeah, it was two different Lukes, you know. But this was aged Luke.
Yeah.
This was like.
You think that made a difference?
Yeah, like the dude's been on an island by himself in seclusion with these. You know, well, I don't want to spoil it for people. I gotta stop. But I don't believe it was
Spoiler
a bad
warning.
Luke Skywalker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that for what they were trying to explain in the story, I feel all I care about is filling holes in movies. Don't fucking build me a ditch that you're not gonna fill, because that's gonna upset me at the end of the film.
Mm-hmm.
And they plugged a lot of shit. They even answered some questions that might be, you know, and developed some new ones for the next movie, which is always great because it leaves you like satisfied, but yet like questioning what's gonna happen. Like you're concerned. You're like, wait, when is this movie gonna come out? Like it needs to hurry up. And I think they covered all that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, but I don't think I'm gonna see it in the theater. I think I'm just gonna wait for it to come out like on DVD or you know, bootleg. However, whatever method we can watch it in, because we have options nowadays. But I'll definitely check out the movie at some point just to see, you know, I guess what the fuss is about. I've always been more of a Star Trek guy than Star Wars. But you know, I'm definitely willing to check it out. But I can't wait for that next season of Star Trek to come out.
Next film.
No, the next season.
Oh, Discovery.
Discovery, that's what it's called.
Discovery's such a good show.
Discovery's dope. Discovery is dope.
It's just Star Trek on TV, man. They the only one that was really bad was the Enterprise. No, God forbid. What was the other one with that? The one prior.
Enterprise.
Really? It was Enterprise. It wasn't Star Trek Enterprise. It was Enterprise, right?
No, it was Star Trek Enterprise.
No.
Yeah, with the captain, with the dude.
Yeah, because Next Generation had the Enterprise. I apologize. But yeah, Enterprise was such a terrible show.
Yeah,
It
I
just
didn't
didn't
get
make
into
sense.
it. I didn't get into it. I was a big Star Trek Voyager fan, and that to me is still like the best one, even though people would have mixed reviews on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that it was the one that showed the most resourcefulness out of the Federation, and I like the fact that they were pretty much tossed all the way on the other side of
the known galaxy.
Yeah, and they were just one ship. They didn't have any help from anybody.
Yeah.
They had to get back on their own.
And they did.
Yeah,
They really
I
did.
believe that was actually like a strong testament to their captain, Janeway. Janeway was just fucking great.
She was Captain Picard, you know.
Yeah, you think like the female Picard?
Yeah, straight up. And I don't know what's happening in Discovery, but this captain is like this guy. He's just like, you know, if you give me this job, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. Fuck you. You put me in this position, so you're also responsible for my decisions. And he's just he's done some dark shit. I'm not gonna. If you want to know, watch the show. But he's done some really dark shit, like the captain. But it's almost like he picks and chooses the people he wants to play chess with. And he identifies people's skills and utilizes them accordingly, which I think is efficient as fuck. So.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. But anyway, I don't want to keep you for too much longer because I know you got work to do.
Yeah, man, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, this is really this is a test to see how this would work on Twitch, because up until now the way I've been doing it is just YouTube and SoundCloud. But I really want to take advantage of this IRL and kind of Instagram as well. We have it on Instagram simultaneously, and I feel bad that I haven't been able to like respond to any. Like, I don't know if anybody was speaking or not, or if people were just like coming in to watch. But I wasn't able to really respond to anybody, which kind of sucks. I'll have to figure that setup out in the future where I can have it mapped to where I can see the chat better for Instagram.
Yeah, well, I think new hardware for stuff like that, because you are multi-platformed, which it looks like you have a lot of the stuff already set up. You just need to utilize it accordingly. And you'll be pretty phenomenal. Like you've got this phenomenal setup right now. Like it's great. Like you're doing really good.
Well, it's a setup for now.
Yeah, man. As long as you have the giraffe.
Yeah.
I think that's what's most important. Our homie back there.
The giraffe is gonna become a staple of the show.
Nice, Jaden. Cool shit.
That's you for 2018. Yo, right on, man. Right on. That's awesome.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut this a little short. Do you wanna plug anything, man? Like, do you want to say anything that you feel that people should know before you go?
Stay awesome. And fuck it. Fuck people. You're awesome regardless.
So stay awesome and fuck people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like fuck people, like forget about them, or fuck people like physically have sexual relations with them.
I think a good percentage of both, a balance is in order for that one.
Okay.
But do what's right for you in your life. Nobody can tell you otherwise, and live in your own reality because you can't live in others.
Yeah, no doubt.
The way it is.
But cool, right on. So I guess I'll plug my stuff in really quickly. Neo Starling, of course. You could check out the links on the bottom right hand side. You can pretty much see my social media. It's at Neo Starling on Twitter, Neo Starling Instagram, Neo Starling YouTube. Check me out. Hit your boy up. I'm gonna try to be a little more active on those platforms. I also have a Facebook fan page for Neo Starling, so feel free to check that out as well. I will be posting this on YouTube and SoundCloud shortly, so hopefully we can get that up and running for everybody else. So with that, I just wanted to pretty much say thank you all who came on board and chatted with us. I appreciate all of you, and I like the fact that we were able to kind of get this like interactive little chat going on while we were just like shooting the shit. You guys are like much appreciated, and that's pretty much all I can say for this moment. But I will be back with another podcast and another guest. And if you guys like Frankie and you feel like you'd like to see him on the show again, let me know. And even if you didn't like Frankie, let's be honest, you can't love that face. That's a lovable face, and I'll have him on again anyway because that's my boy. So yeah. Anyway. I think that I'm a little long-winded here, so I just want to say thank you all for coming on board. You guys are awesome, and don't ever let anyone tell you different again.